Let's go back to the 1990s. TLC was the most popular black female artist of the 1990s. I used to watch their videos all the time back in 94, 95 on BET because BET was even more famous back then because BET would show nothing black but black music videos. BET is not the same as it was back in the 1990s. Boy, back BET was off the chain back in the 1990s. They had good show. They would show a lot of music videos, interviews. They had a lot of good shows on BET back then. Everything back then was black. There was nothing white about that. There was on MTV. MTV is mostly all white folks with white people screaming, black guys. You see white guys screaming into playing drums loud, acting crazy. People, white kids jumping all acting stupid. But there was TLC were African American girls, and they made it to MTV. Not too many black people make it to MTV. Maybe Michael Jackson, but his music wasn't ghetto. His music was more like like soul music. But TLC started in 1991, 92. It ended around, I think, 2000. And they came back again. They reunited in 2001, 2. You have Chili, T-Boz. Lisa left out Slopes, and she was nutty. Lisa was in prison for doing something stupid to her boyfriend's house. She was arrested. She was very attractive. I think Lisa Lopez. She was mixed. She had a little Mexican and African American, and she was very light skinned. She really didn't fit in with the Chili and the other girl, Lisa or whatever. She didn't fit in with Chili and T-Boz because they look like full blown black girls. She coming to look like a little Mexican girl, trying to fit in, trying to act like she black. But she but the thing, they were so successful. They did concerts and they did Scrubs. I don't want no Scrubs, which came out in the 90s, mid 90s, and that I didn't really. A lot of guys, a lot of guys didn't like that song. And white guys, black guys, Mexican, I don't care what ethnicity you were. Every guy took offense to that because it made fun of guys that is saying that girls and women are better than men and boys. That like guys stay home with their mothers. A lot of guys don't have their own car. They don't have this that they don't have no life. Oh yes, I'm talking to you. It was that was a good song. One of the most that was one of their most successful songs. And in the 90s, a lot of women were picking on guys who didn't have who didn't have their own apartments and stuff like that because mama boys. They were picking on pretty. It wasn't just picking on like real men. They like real guys who have their own houses and they have their own businesses and they who had their own apartments and houses. These girls were picking on the softies, the mama's boys, the guys who were so close to their mamas that they they didn't pick on the daddy's boys. They picked on the mama boys. And they came out I think a year later with pigeons. Guys came back with the insult. I don't want no pigeons. And I think the interviewer asked TLC what they thought about it. They said they laughed about it. They said it was okay because we picked on them first. We picked on the guys, and we wanted to hear what guys are going to say about us. So we knew they were going to insult us by making us. I don't want no pigeons. Pigeons. They talking about like tramps, girls who just use boys like gold diggers. That's what they were trying to call TLC. But anyway, TLC had started off with "Ain't Too Proud to Beg," which started in 1991, 92 music video. But they were 20 years old when they first started out. They were young. They were like early 20s. They were 20, 21, but they looked like they were about 14, 15 years old. They even dressed like teenagers. When the music came out, people thought they were teenagers. They were not teenagers. They were in their early 20s. They were pretending to be teenagers by dressing up in baggy clothes, wearing a condom in the eye, and I think that was Lisa Lopez. Um, they made some good music videos over the years. Damn, I'm pretty. Girls who were insecure about it because a lot of they made a music video about girls who are insecure about their appearance, and they wanted to help girls overcome their fears and be more confident in themselves. Because even though there are a lot of pretty girls out there, like models, girls who there are girls who are rich and nice and pretty and popular and they get all the friends and the money in the world, but and deep down they still feel like they're not pretty enough. So they made a song about that girls who feel like they're not pretty enough that they are pretty. Everybody's different. But they did make that, and that song was one of their most popular songs amongst women. They made they I think they did charity donations to breast cancer, stuff like that, and where they pose nude in like one picture. All three of them pose nudes in one picture. Eventually, they got tired. They wanted to go their own way in life. They were robbed. They wasn't making enough money. They realized they were singing, and their albums was selling millions of albums, but they wasn't getting paid anything. There was but then they went to trial, all that. They didn't win anything, and as a result, they're still broke. They're not rich as they should be. I think they don't have that much money now. They're broke because they were being cheated. The producers and were stealing all their money. Lisa Lopez died in 2002. I was 11 years old. She was driving the car with her friends, somewhere, and she had her car swerved. She got in a car accident and were accidental, and she died. So, but the other girls, T-Boz and Chili, are still alive. They don't have that much money now, but hey, Mr. J here, peace.